All right, everybody. Hello. I'm GovPancakes. I haven't done a review video in quite a while, so I'm a little bit rusty. So sorry for me being a little just too focused on Twitch. Twitch has been doing very good for me, and I've been gaming a lot. Gaming has been very good, so I'm sorry for being late on some things like this. I have a whole notepad full of notes about Baki. So Baki, son of ogre, Baki Hama is now out on Netflix. This is GovPancakes. That's me. Official review. And I will say from start, I'm gonna give the score first because I have two scores. If I was fresh to the show and didn't know what was going on in the manga, because I'm pretty much all the way caught up. I'm on the whole. I'm like arcs past this. I would have gave it an 8. But since I know how much stuff is left, I gotta give it a 4 in my own opinion. But I'll get to that later. Let's talk chickens. Let's see what we got. So the buildup is my biggest issue with this show because the whole first like decade we want to see Baki fight his father, and that's like what they're building up to, of course. But here they're giving us more detail. I don't want to say anything too spoiler wise, but they both show their feats that they're ready instead of just saying, "Hey, I'm ready to fight you." They just go beat something up. Can't talk about it; it'll be spoiler. But what I can talk about is some of the characters. I will say that even though I think the pacing is terrible, the story itself still isn't bad. It's just kind of drawn out, especially for how much they have left. That doesn't necessarily make it bad, though. If you're new to the whole thing and you've never read Baki, or you're not even like pretty like aware of like what's gonna happen, then it's good. You don't have to worry about that. But this is for seasoned people who have already watched it, like me, like watched it, read it, like you guys, like we already know exactly what's gonna happen. So for me, I just don't like the pacing. The story itself is fine. They added a lot of depth to the characters. They don't leave you too blind. They give you enough information on past events that if you just started watching it there, it's not a completely bad spot to start, but it could definitely be better for sure. It could definitely be better. Let's see here. What I got on the list. Character wise, they introduced Guevara. Guevara is a person from an independent company trying to make his company. Trying to make his country. Sorry, excuse me. He's trying to make his country independent from America, and I can't really give you too much more about that. But he's in jail because of that. Then they give you a lot more detail on Oliver, or whatever you want to call him, because Silva, like he's fucking sweet. He was one of my favorite characters before this arc even happened. Like while I was reading it, and I was always interested to see him actually fight because he makes a lot of cameos. He's like the strongest person in America. You know, they have him in this maximum security prison, but he's treated like he can do whatever he wants because he's the strongest person in America. I thought he was fantastic. He's very cut and dry, straight from the manga. They didn't change much. He has the same motivations to do everything. He's pretty good. They did him very well. They did both of those two characters very, very well for their sides. Baki is Baki. He makes improvements. He's arrogant. He knows how to get under people's skin to get what he wants. He knows how to get what he wants. He figures out things very quickly. Baki is a fast learner. He's a prodigy. So he didn't really change much. They did show the ogre a little bit, but it wasn't really even anything to like be amazed about. He was there. He did his ogre shit. They showed him. I will spoil this because it's totally unimportant. It doesn't have anything to do with the story. He was swimming up a waterfall. So, I mean, he's the ogre. The ogre is gonna ogre on. I will say, the end fight was very good. It was fantastic, to be honest. Single-handedly, the best part of the story was that fight because of how real and well built up it was for the scenario how they did it in the anime. It's not that much different than the actual manga, but it's just a tad different. But that's okay though. We like different because it still worked. It was pretty good. Okay, the music. I gave it a 7 out of 10, and I remember exactly why because I couldn't remember too much of the music to begin with. It's there. It's not bad. It's not anything that's gonna be like holy shit. this is like the best theme song ever. Like the opening theme and the ending theme are good. But that's all I really remember from the music. So I might need to give it a lower, but I do remember most of it, and I remember not hating it, so I have to give it a 7. I'm not going to give it anything lower than that because I do remember the main thing. The main thing was good. It was fresh, and I liked it. So you can't really give it a bad numerical value because you don't remember. So, but I will say Forgetful. So if Forgetful's not good, then lower than 7. Let me read from my trusty notebook. The graphics, oh man, the art style is getting better and better. The only problem I have though is it might be a little too true to the manga. I think they may have like cut and paste some manga panels with color, good shading, and then put it out there. And like the still pictures, because I remember it very vividly. That was when I started really getting into Baki. So I remember very vividly reading that whole arc. And it looks like they just copy and paste pieces of the manga into the anime. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but for people like me, I know a lot. I don't pay attention to a lot of detail. There's a scene where Oliver is flexing out of his tuxedo joint. And it's in the previews and everything, so it's not a spoiler. He's flexing out of his like suit joint, and it's like cut and dry the manga, like 100%, like 100%. But it gets a 9 out of 10. The animation was fantastic. It was fluid. The fighting was good. I didn't have any problems with character designs. Baki's pretty good on character designs. Unique, not necessarily too different. You can't really make like an outrageous character in a realistic show. So Baki is probably the most extremist looking character next to Oliver. Guevara looks like every other character in the show. But with it like a distinguished face and like, facial features and make him unique. But Oliver and Baki stand out the most, especially. Ogre just looks the same. He's gonna be this huge, towering, menacing, hulking guy. And that's it. Like, even when he's swimming up the waterfall, he jumps out of the waterfall and it's like, I'm me. that's his whole shit. But the graphics were 9 out of 10. The background scenery is pretty good. A lot of it's in the jail, so it's not really too much they can do, but at least they make it look interesting and they add enough detail to know where they are when we're, like when shit is going down. Because there's a part where they go through like a few different areas of the jail and we can tell like where they are. So that's very good. You get an 9 out of 10 for me. All right, so I'm at the end part where I talk about the score. So remember the score, I gave it an 8 earlier. And Baki Hama, Son of Ogre, is very good. I like it. So I'm going to give it a 10. Now, about right here, I'm not going to do 2 videos. Usually I do like a spoiler video and a non-spoiler video. I'm not going to do that today. Now, I will give you guys a quick few seconds that if you don't want to be spoiled, I might just say a little bit spoiler stuff after this part. But this is the spoiler part, so if you don't want to get spoiled, this is the part where you bid your dues. Hey, I'm GovPancakes. I appreciate you guys coming through. Check out my Twitch channel. Check out my Patreon because I got a lot of stuff going on there. This is going on there first, actually. And it's going to be fantastic. I have a lot of content coming. I just need a little bit of help getting there. That's all. It'll help me in my actual life. But, okay, so this is the spoiler section. So I'm sorry, anybody, for how far we are. I think 9 minutes, 20 seconds. Yeah, 9 minutes, 20 seconds in. Okay. The reason why I give the whole thing a 4 is because this whole Son of Ogre part, is the part where he finally fucking fights the ogre. This is the part we've been waiting on the whole fucking time. This is the part of it. Here's the fucking problem, okay? Baki got like 3 more people to fight before he fights the ogre if they're going to continue doing what they're doing right now. It's not good. They already previewed him at the end. I'm not going to say who it is. I'm not going to spoil that much. But there's Oliver, then there's somebody else, and then there's somebody else, and then there's the ogre. So we got to wait 2 more seasons to start the arc where he's about to fight him. I hope somehow they can condense. But they're not doing that, man. They gave Guevara like 3 episodes. on a character who, he didn't get 3 whole episodes. He got a lot of background story though. But like, man, there's so much more of Baki to be had because there's stuff that happens after the eventual fight. Like the shit ain't over, and they are just procrastinating. Now I will say they did foreshadow something in the Netflix version, and I really hope they get that far, because if they get that far, oh shit. Woo, okay. All right, I'm GovPancakes. Thank you everybody for watching this review video. It's been a while. Sorry if I'm a little rusty. I'm just kind of nervous. I haven't done this in a while. And I got a lot of content coming. There's Metroid Dread coming out on Friday. I'll be streaming that like immediately. Every available second I got. I will be kind of busy this weekend though, so I won't be doing too much streaming other than Friday morning. Next week, however, I'm going to try to plan the first multiplayer tournament for the Hunting for Breakfast Discord. So that's going to be hot and sweet. And actually, I'm going to do that right after I upload this. But pretty much, I'm working on a lot more content. I'm trying to get back into the swing of doing reviews. I hope you guys enjoy this one. Please comment. Please comment. Tell me if I'm good at what I do. That is all I want to know. If it's cool, cool. Again, Baki, son of Ogre, Baki Hama, whatever you want to call it. I just call this arc Son of Ogre because that's exactly what it is. And yeah, it was fantastic. I liked it. If you're a Baki fan, this is probably gonna be perfect for you because it looks good. Like, it looks good. They didn't hold back on the fights at all. I didn't even really spoil anything. So yeah, the whole thing was fantastic. It's just the pacing. If you know what's next, you got a while. That's my only downside of the whole thing. But okay, I'm GovPancakes. Check me out on Twitch. Check out my Patreon. Check me out on Twitter. I tweet a lot. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye now.